model.
Prevailed and takes home the checkers here at Knoxville Raceway.
Checker flag is out for Spangler as he comes across the line here.
The 217 coming off of 4. It'll be hit.
Coming there off 3 and 4. Saller gets win number 2 of the night.
Randy Shreves from 19th to victory.
The cars 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win. It's going to be Shreves getting the win.
He sees the checkered flag win. Give it to William Watson.
Yo, 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 tune in, don't miss Shaggy TV, hit him with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. Cue the laugh track, tick tock, tick tock.
We are live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network for a little Monday Night Madness here in Peevely, Missouri. Not as big of a field as, you know, we're going to normally have here, what we've been used to seeing. Why, you ask? Why? Well, because as Scott commented there, we got a group of boys down having a watch party in Florida. They're down there at Volusia this week to hang out with none other than the Prince himself, Dean Reynolds. Those guys are going to have a fun time. We wish them safe travels, man. You guys behave. Stay out of trouble. And boy, oh boy, most important, like I say, please be safe, you rascals. I can only imagine what type of mayhem those guys are going to cause down there. Oh, boy. Let's see who we got out on the racetrack. We got Harold Klump rolling around, and we got... Is that Putt-Putt behind him? It is in the 051. Putt-Putt rolling the inside here. Got to try to grip and rip, man. I raced this afternoon with these guys in the sprint car, and boy, this racetrack is tricky, man. 3 and 4, big bump. As you kind of go in the center, of course, he goes up high over it. Let's see if we ride on board with him, though. Nope, wrong camera. Let's see if he'll hit it this time. If he doesn't enter up in the kisses up there, nope, now he's going to put on a show here. Maybe he was alerted, you know, that he was on camera. Shame on him. As you saw, the boys rooting against their teammate all the way from Florida there. Apparently not rooting for the Ant-Man here, I think. Nice. Well, if you've only been kicked out of a restaurant and a Walmart, yeah, you guys started slow. I'm kind of ashamed. As Harold Klump rolls around here in the 35. Let's see what he's got for lap number 1. Then we'll switch to the man who we see flashing purple down on the bottom. Well, Anthony and Isaac Salas going back and forth. Who's it going to be? Isaac comes across the line. That's quick time with a 12:71. What a lap out of Isaac. Let me show you the best times here so you guys don't have to do the math here. Comes across this time, doesn't improve. William Watson has a banger of an opening lap here. What can the 23 do? Final trip around the sun here. Can he have some fun on the final lap? No, gonna go slower. Yellow. Not what he wanted to see as Clay Christopherson comes out lap number 1 for the 51. Off of 4, looking to put that thing inside of the top 10. Is got Mama Bear out there watching what's going on. Mrs. Dickinson. The 51 rolling around the inside. Green through sector 1. Can he find it off of 2? He does find more time. And it's a big jump up the ladder. P3 for Clay Christopherson. Joseph Grandy, he just joined into the session, I believe. Maybe Barry Wallace as well. But Brennan Lacey, he had went out there for a quick minute, didn't finish the lap. I can see that he got a little bit of time on the racetrack, but not too sure what is going to happen here with these other guys. They aren't going to get a lap in. Only 5 seconds left in qualifying. And, well, we get set to take a look at the starting grid for your top-notch trucking 358 modifieds. Heat race number 1. Rounding out the field, the 14 of Brennan Lacey, row 4 to the outside, the 93 of Butters. Jason Butterfield to the inside, the 35 of Harold Klump. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 883 of Bud Molyneux to the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 5 of your quick time Salsa, Isaac Salas to the inside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 1 for heat race number 1 here at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55. To the outside, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man, Anthony Morano, and starting on the pole, the 099 of the Gears Unlimited, Billy Roberts. No, I forgot to do something. There we go. Changed it back to gap. Everything's all right in the world. And let's see what happens here for your opening lap at the I-55 Raceway as the cars roll through 3 and 4. Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. The green flag is high. It's time to watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. Billy slides up. Anthony not able to check up. He's got to now. Beating, banging, cars swanging. One goes around. That's Jason Butterfield and Bud Molyneux. Butters toes. For now, Bud continues to roll around. Battle for the lead. Clay Christopherson trying to stick up for his teammate here. Being aggressive, throwing it wide. Making him swing back underneath. Battle to the line. Here we go. Do-si-do. Side by side. Billy Roberts with the advantage into 3. What about off of 4? Yes, it's Billy as well. What a move by that 99. A little dive underneath off of 4. 4.5 laps left to play as Putt Putt continues to swing away behind him, trying to reel him back in. He knows Anthony Morano reeling him back in too, so it's not going to get to play around on the bottom like he'd like. Anthony coming into the picture, and so is Isaac. 3 to go. Remember, Isaac Salas, he was your quick time, got the pole, he clearly got speed. But right now, track, you want to be up top, everybody in line. Choo-choo, 2 laps to go. Can Clay Christopherson find a way to steal heat race number 1 and put himself atop the show as the white flag set the wave? 1 lap left to play. Christopherson trying to mount a charge here. Can he cut underneath? He tries. Final time through 3 and 4. Billy on the top, Clay on the bottom. Give it to Billy Roberts. He hangs on for heat race number 1 win. Everybody going to the show tonight. But Putt Putt, Morano, Salas, Vitale, Klump, Lacey, Molyneux, and Butterfield is your finishing order in your second and final heat race. Here for your top-notch trucking 358 modifieds. Let's get ready to take a look at that. We always forget. Now we have to click on the guy. We're going to remember one of these days. Rounding out the field, the 210 of Barry Wallace. Row 4 to the outside, the 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandy to the inside, the 8 of Scott Thomason. Row 3 to the outside, the 89 of Mason Hine. To the inside, the 015 of the Missile, Mike Stryker. Row 2 to the outside, the 23 of Bart William Watson. To the inside, the 122 of the Stars and Bars of Brian Dickens. Row 1 for heat race number 2. And actually, no Larry Moody. Larry Moody was supposed to start on the pole. So move up Brian Dickens to P1 and Maverick Seidel to the outside. Oh boy, things just got a lot more fun for Brian Dickens. He's got to go out here, try to secure this thing, take advantage of that P1 starting spot. We got Uncle Ron. That's a great question, Ron. It's a great question. And, you know, we may have to take some of your sponsorship money to purchase that video if we can get a copy as we look to the Missouri sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Battle for the lead on Brian to the bottom. Maverick Seidel, the Salas protege, looking to see what he can do, taking advantage of starting on the outside of row 1. Brian, he gets pinched a little bit coming off of 4. You see all the momentum he loses. It allows William Watson to get to the outside. Here comes the 23. Bart is hungry. Needs to represent for FTM here. All the boys down in Florida. He is trying to race that way towards the front. He's got 5 laps left to do it. Mason Hine looking on the bottom here, trying to work under the Missile here. But Mike Stryker's got that 15 humming on the top side. Not giving up any ground. In fact, trying to invite the 518 to join him on the outside. Here comes 100 grand. Joseph Grandy watches that battle for the lead heat up as well. Here comes William Watson to the point. Not just yet. Maverick says hold on. 2 laps left to go here in Missouri. Watson to the bottom. Seidel upstairs trying to bring it home. Oh boy, we've got a battle on our hands as the white flag set to wave. 1 lap left to play. It's Watson at the line. Who's it going to be this time? Final trip around the Missouri sun. Watson to the bottom. Seidel upstairs. Goes a little too high, and Watson wins heat race number 2. Seidel, P2, Dickens, Hine, Grandy, Stryker, Thomason, Moody, and Wallace. Stick around. Your A-Mains coming up next.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
Almost set to go play here at the I-55 Raceway, where we've got, let's see, do a little quick math here, 18 drivers set to go play, but we saw a couple of them didn't come out for their heat races. We'll see if they line up for tonight's top-notch trucking 358 Modified A main. Let's get ready to take a look at tonight's starting lineup. Row 9 rounding out the field to the high side, the 210 of Barry Wallace to the inside, the 883 of Bud Molyneux. Row 8 to the outside, the 73 of Larry Moody to the inside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. Row 7 to the outside, the 8 of Scott Thomason to the inside, the 1-4 of the low-line master, Brennan Lacey. Row 6 to the outside, the 015 of the missile, Mike Stryker to the inside, the 35 of Harold Klump. Row 5 to the outside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy to the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 89 of Mason Hine to the inside, the 5 of Salsa, Isaac Salas. Row 3 to the outside, the 122 of Brian Dickens to the inside, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Row 2 to the outside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel to the inside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christofferson. And row 1 for tonight's top-notch trucking 358 Modified A main to the outside, the 23 of Bart William Watson, and starting on the pole, the 99 of the Gears Unlimited machine of Billy Roberts. As the boys take one more trip around the sun here, we will get set to go play 30 laps here in Pevely, Missouri. Could be a quick one, depending on how the guys, play with each other. How naughty or nice we are. And it's a little early to worry about Christmas lists, but I guess you don't ever want to get on anybody's bad side. As you look to the Missouri sky, the green flag is high. It's time to watch the dirt fly. Your 30-lap A main is underway. Almost 3 wide right away for the lead. William Watson on the outside, but the 122 of Brian Dickens hard in the wall. He's got heavy damage, somehow continues to mope around on the outside. Right front not completely broken. But boy, oh boy, race for the lead has not cooled down. We continue side by side. Billy Roberts trying to send the 23 up the hill. But William, he brought the hiking boots. Oh my God, how thin's the air up there? William Watson got to get on the binders. That allows the 51 to crisscross underneath. Here we go. Putt-putt up to P2. Anthony Morano working under that 89, who also tries to work under Maverick. We were 3 wide there for a quick second. That wasn't going to work, boys. They thought best, backed out of it. Anthony Morano, welcome to the party. He gets up the spot. Maverick Seidel says, you can do it, I can do it. He looks down on the bottom. Here we go. We're already 5 laps complete in this show. Oh, Grandy on the inside, slowing down. Not too sure what happened to the 518. As we get a caution flag here, let's see what happened for Grandy. He just wanted to get out of the way of the leaders. And you can see, how slow was he going when the actual caution came out? So I guess it did kind of have to do with the stop a little bit, but hey, what are you going to do? Stuff happens, pulling to the inside. It may have had some damage as well. So, and I imagine he did, because he was a couple laps down at that point in time, but Boys got to shake it off, get ready to go back and play here. It looks like the 99 choosing the inside. Thought maybe he'd choose the outside, but maybe thinking, hey, I slide up. Now, if you're Clay Christopherson, you have to be expecting this. And I'll tell you, we don't do this often. But let's do it here. Nope, that is the wrong one. Let's ride along with Anthony Morano outside of row 2. We look to the sky. The green flag's high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Already almost 3 wide. Clay with a rough start there. Oh, Anthony gets a shot from behind by the 89. Somehow wrangles it down. But Maverick Seidel goes back in front, 3 wide. Here we go. Isaac on the bottom. Here's Salsa. Nobody wants to have a party without some salsa there. Can the 5 get up and play? Battle for the lead underway. Clay Christopherson throws up. Oh, boy. Almost made some contact right where we left off in the heat race. Clay down to the bottom looking for the lead. Not this time. Blackjack on the clock. 21 to go. 2 by 2. And then they funnel out going down the straightaways. But everybody trying to work their own groove through the corners here at the I-55 Raceway, and a caution flag. Gonna wave one more time. Mike Stryker involved in this one. Let's see what happened to the 15. Yeah, him in the 213. So that started earlier. Let's see here. Let's go up top. We'll see. Pay attention to Stryker's left front. So, yeah, I mean, you know, he's obviously, you know, you still want to lift off for that. With the 213, I think he realized, hey, maybe I was coming down. And he gets on the you know, he wants to back out of it. I'm not too sure, but yeah, you can see it broke the right front there of Stryker's race car. He can't turn. Caution flag waves. And it looks like we're doubled up, set to go back and play here this time by as the Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. We look to the sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. We're back underway at the I-55 Raceway. 3 wide once again for second. That's teammates under the blanket here. Boy, oh boy, hopefully they aren't under the same blanket down there in Florida. Clay Christopherson looking to the inside. It is chilly, though, so you can't blame him. Here is Roberts on the outside. Anthony Morano, welcome to P3. Seidel, he goes around, not yet. Saves it. We didn't save it. We save it. He doesn't save it. But Molyneux ends up going around. No caution flag waves, and we do now get our 3rd caution flag of the night. Hang on to her, bud. As we go up top here. So I think this stems from, does Isaac, you know, make a move to come up, and Maverick wants to give him plenty of room here? No. That's one where, yeah, Isaac's on his way up. Maverick, he's got to make a choice here. And they make a little bit of contact, and the wall helps him make that choice. But that's one where, you know, you always want to look how far back. So, you know, you can see here, Isaac's got the spot. And, I mean, if you don't get that car fully to the outside, you don't even really know is there. And, you know, you assume that's your spot. And it's just, when 2 teammates are fast, you know, that stuff's going to happen. You guys battling up towards the front. And Clay Christopherson, he must have still had that lead at the line on the bottom by, I mean, mere feet. And he's going to lead us to this restart here. With 17 laps to go, who is going to win the 358 modified show? Isaac Salas gets a little bit of help. I think he goes around. And boy, oh boy. You know, I mentioned about people getting removed from Christmas lists. There are definitely going to be some upset people here tonight. See if we can figure out what happened to the 5. He's got the 89 behind him. And we obviously couldn't tell from there, but you can see the way the 89 reacts getting on the binders. He's going to get a lot of bit of help here from the 89. You know, just trying to dip his chips in that salsa and just did it a little too rough. Spilt the bowl. Isaac goes around, and we have our 4th caution flag here of the night. Still fairly early. We'll have, 16 laps left to go, so long way yet to play. As you look to the sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. 16 laps left to play here at the I-55 Raceway. Anthony Morano to the inside, working for P2. Billy Roberts on the outside, trying to make the hay there. Now goes to the middle. Doesn't want to follow putt-putt. William Watson, he wants back inside the top 3. He works to the outside of his teammate in the 32 machine. William Watson got the tap dancing shoes on as Brennan Lacey kisses the wall behind in the 14 machine. Lacey, he gets a big run on the 89. Move the 14 inside the top 5, up 8 spots. Brennan Lacey. Oh boy, making my head spacey. He is quick. Does he have enough time? You're dang right he does. 12 laps left this time by. William to the outside, able to work himself back in the final podium spot. As the FTM teammates must be super excited seeing Anthony at the back of the team train. Clay Christopherson out front. Oh, Anthony gets a little squirrely there. Couldn't tell if he got a little kiss there from Brennan there. He definitely gets a little kiss. Lacey doesn't give him a lot of room here. They are getting to know each other. And Anthony Morano, he just got to know the outside wall. Caution flag waves. And boy, oh boy, we saw the whole kit and caboodle there. That one was brewing for a while. So I think it even maybe... No, okay, so that's where the contact came from originally for Anthony. So it was... William runs a cut down a little bit, maybe not knowing Anthony was down there. Anthony doesn't want to lose another spot. Got to slot the coin up top, and Lacey, you could see him. He gets sideways. He tries to cut down, just couldn't do it in time. And then that's where, you could see he was straightening out. Obviously, doesn't want to go too far to the inside, but got Anthony up there. They're kissing, leaves him a little bit of room. It's not clear there. Anthony didn't want to back out of that one. And, well, that's one where, I'm sure Dino, all the boys down there watching, they're going to back me up when I say this. Anthony, could he have backed out of that and lived to race another day? Yes, you're exactly right. But, that dog in us, man, you feel like you're wronged. You've been tapped a couple times. You want to hang on, and sometimes your pride can get you in trouble. 9 laps left to go here. As William Watson trying to get to the top shelf, build up as much momentum as he can, but Billy Roberts shuts the door in his face. William now going to take a peek here to the bottom. Brennan Lacey's going to love this. Going to come skiing off the outside at 2. 7 laps left to go. Only 11 guys left on the lead lap. Who is going to bring home the win here? It's looking like it's going to be putt-putt. But the battling for second, third, and fourth, far from undecided. Billy inching closer, trying to wheel in that car on the outside. Just trying to get that steam chugging. Throws it in deep to 1 and 2. Makes some time on entry, but putt-putt. So smooth on exit, man. The guy is just skating away. 4 laps left to play. William trying to hold off Brennan Lacey. Lacey, he's quick, but can he find a way around right now? Him in the 23 running the same line. Got to do something different here if he wants to get by William. But we're running out of time. This time by 2 laps left to go for Putt-Putt Clay Christopherson. Oh, Isaac Salas back in the basement here trying to make it 3 wide. They funnel out. Butters gets a big boy run, but it's Clay Christopherson out front. One more lap around here in Pevely, Missouri. Putt-Putt rolls the bottom, just looking to protect. Final time through 3 and 4. Clay Christopherson gets it done at the I-55 Raceway. Billy Roberts, P2, and William Watson gives FTM a 1 and a 3. And boy, oh boy, action-packed feature here. And, man, it's going to be, I would assume, that same way. As we head on out through the night with our next up Rebel Sprint Cars, followed by the Renegade Sprint Cars. Let's see here. Have to do a little bit of rewinding here. We'll see if we can't get a word with the driver of the 23, William Watson. Who looked to have a super fast race car here tonight, but he can tell me more about it. William, it seemed like, man, it was one of those things where, you know, I was trying to pick at you guys a little bit before this race started, asking you, you know, where the lane was going to be. But it seemed like, man, you know, you could do it a little bit there in the early stages. We had some good racing going on, but then towards the end, man, it just seemed like you had to be up on the outside, unless you were Clay Christopherson. But talk to us about it.
Yeah, I mean, it started out bottom, middle, and then went up to the top. I mean, I shouldn't have been where I was at. I should have still been up front. It kind of happens when you get your nose chopped off. Even the guy knows you're out there, but can't do call outs. I'm not going to say no names, but it went back to middle, and I couldn't hold it down there. I was gaining more ground at the top, but the middle line was just too fast for me to gain enough to get a run.
Now, obviously, you know, it's never any fun, you know, having some contact move you back, you know, but at the end of the day, when you're able to still finish on the podium, I mean, you got to think it's still a pretty good points night, right? I mean, that's what we're here for, thinking big picture.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it put me in position, you know, to cause the incident between me and Anthony there. I jumped the berm. When it came back over, it kept me down the track because it gripped up, and I kind of caught his front of his nose, and then he got into something behind me, but I hate that happened, but yeah, I shouldn't have been there. You know, it is what it is, but same people each week, though.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, just got to shake it off, keep plugging away, man, and the podiums will keep rolling this 23 Machines way. Congratulations. Big P3, who we want to thank?
Teammates at FTM, Swan Speed Shops, Dupro Performance, GroupX.com, Dirt Car Series, Vortex Grabs for Rap, Shaggy TV, Coast to Coast, and you for broadcasting.
Well, hey, hell of a job, brother. Hopefully I'm talking again soon, my man.
I appreciate it.
William Watson bringing home the P3, and now we're going to bring up the man who finished B2. I combined, Billy, I guess, with position. I don't know how I came with that, but yeah. Billy, congratulations, man. This was, man, it seemed like a hard-fought race, and obviously, you know, sometimes cautions help you, they hurt you, man. Clay, I guess, has you at the line there, you know, gets the spot, and, well, you got to fall back to P2, and we know it's a position game. Do you think in another world, if, you know, you hold that at the line and he has to start behind you, can we hold on to this thing?
Yeah, yes and no, Shaggy. I don't know. Clay's fast, and he was a lot smoother than I was tonight for sure. I had the wrong gear in. I think if I'd had the right gear in, yes, I probably would have been able to hold on to it.
Yeah, did we go too tall, too short? You mind me asking? What would we have done different?
Definitely went a little taller.
Okay. Well, hey, at the end of the day, I mean, when you're out there, kind of whining out and you don't really know where to go, and you can bring home a P2, that's a hell of a job, Billy. So congratulations on splitting up the teammates here, coming home P2. You got anybody you want to thank?
All my teammates over Leadfoot Mafia, you Shaggy for putting it on, Coast to Coast for giving us a place to go, and that's about it.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. Congratulations. Keep the podiums rolling, and I'll be here to talk to you.
All right, thank you.
Billy Roberts bringing home P2, and now we get to talk to the man who had him at the line there. Did you know you had him by enough when the caution flag came? Did you know it was yours?
No, I was like, God dang it. And then I look, I'm like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you because I'm so glad you said that, because that was kind of my reaction when I came back to live after the replay. I was like, wait, Clay's up front? I had no idea you won that thing to the line. And obviously, I think, and Billy was kind of honest there. He said, how smooth you were. And even if he was in front of you, he didn't know if he was going to be able to hold on to it. I mean, you were the only guy running that middle bottom there the second half of the race. How are you having so much success, man? I mean, you're going to tell me the same crap you tell me every week.
I was just turning left and lifting. I would lift on entry. I'd be pretty hammered down on exit. But as soon as that entry would come, it just killed the motor and then put it back in idle and just turn left. And then get on it again on exit. And that thing was just hooked. I felt like I was running asphalt.
Now, if we needed to, were we comfortable enough to go up to the outside if it started coming back in? Maybe if Williams said, hey, get to the top, need to protect, or were you hunkered down on the bottom?
No, we had the gear and the tires left if we did need to run up there, but that middle that I locked in on just felt so consistent, and I just stayed there, and it paid off.
Yeah, I mean, you don't fix it if it ain't broke. Consistency was the way tonight, and I mean, that's what Billy said too. You're just so smooth. No hiccups out of that 51. It looked good tonight. Congratulations on the big win, man. A 1 and a 3 for the FTM boys. Even though a crap ton of them are down in Florida, that's a great job, man. Got anybody you want to thank?
You guys for putting us on. All the guys at FTM, even though they went to Florida and left me, it's okay. And Swan Speed Shop for 358 and big block sets.
Yeah, because they're not here to crack the whip on you. You aren't running sprint cars, are you?
No.
Yeah, I knew that. Well, hey, big time win, brother. Enjoy it.
Thank you, sir.
I knew that was coming. He is, unless Dean or somebody's there to kind of crack the whip, tell him to, he's got to race more. He ain't gonna do it. He don't like those caged wing cars. Just not a fan. But Clay Christopherson goes 1 for 1 here at the I-55 Raceway, and we take a quick commercial break, and we are back with more racing here. Your Rebel Sprint cars coming up at the I-55 Raceway.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
Yeah. Late night service. Green flags ready. Turn your speakers up. Shaggy TV. Let's go. Blow from the monitor. Room lit blue. Headset on tight. Hear the VH chew. Lobby packed deep. Clock ticks slow. Another main event. Yeah. Here we go. From short track bullets to the high speed flow. Every lane tells a story when the cameras roll. No Hollywood cuts. No fake replay. Just raw race calls and real time delay. Countdown talking in the booth real low. 5 lights fade and the tension grows. You tuned in to Shaggy TV. Live race calls, no DVR dreams. Every lap talk, every move seen. Real ones know what the broadcast means. If you live for speed, yeah, you already see. Race night hits harder on Shaggy TV. Veterans steady, rookies on edge. Lines get crossed at the concrete ledge. Spotters yelling, cautions wave. Crowd in the chat like this is crazy. No script written, no safety rails. One wrong move, whole season fails. Call in chaos, heartbeats loud. Mic stays hot while the wrecks pile out. From the green flag snap to the last word drop. Every second felt, never hit stop. You tuned in Shaggy TV, with pressure talks and mistakes screen. From flag to flag, no filter clean. Truth in the call, uncut, unseen. If you live for speed, yeah, you already see. Race night hits harder on Shaggy TV. Coffee gone cold, it's a 2 a.m. grind. Championship dreams on the finish line. Mic check pops, crowd holds breath. Last lap dive could mean life or death. Legends born in a split-second frame. Underdogs rise, rewrite their name. When the checker flies, history sealed. You heard it first, yeah, it's all real. No polish here, no pretty disguise. Just rubber, steel, and truth in real time. When the moment hits, the signal's free. World tuned in, it's Shaggy TV. Tuned in, Shaggy TV. Every heartbeat locked to the speed. From photo finishes to full send dreams. This is racing how it's meant to be. If you live for speed, yeah, you already see. Race night hits harder on Shaggy TV. More than a stream, it's a digital block. Built on respect and the sound of the shot. Voices echo through the late night runs. Broadcast legacy, race by race one. Chat lights up when the leaders fall. Every call etched in the virtual walls. Turn it up, the leaders fall. Every call etched in the virtual walls. Turn it up, don't blink now. One lap left, whole room tense now. Mouse click still, breath held tight. This ain't a game, it's race night. You tuned in, Shaggy TV. Young cut calls, every surge, every freeze. From the booth to the checker scene. This is racing, raw and mean. If you live for speed, yeah, you already see. Race night hits harder on Shaggy TV. Screens go dark, but the replay stays till the next green flag lights the way. Same mic, same energy. Shaggy TV, you already know.
We are back live for your Full Throttle Motorsports Rebel Sprint Cars here at the I-55 Raceway. Not a lot of ducks on the pond for this one here. Only 7 guys in the session. 6 have put in a lap time, so we'll see. This could be a quick one, and, well, that means... I think the earliest, it's been a while since we've been put in this spot. I mean, not that, as a broadcaster, it's a bad spot to be in, but what is the earliest we start the Renegade Sprint Car, I mean? I think 8:15 as they go ahead and wave it over. I'm still going to look. It is 8:15. So we may have a little bit of sit and wait time depending on how quick these guys go. I mean, I got a feeling this may go quicker than a half hour. I may have just jinxed us, but hey, that could be a good jinx. We may want to lengthen this thing out a little bit as Thomason takes lap 1. Thomason rolls the outside off of 4. Purple. That's going to be quick time with a 10.536. Great opening lap. John Klimowicz III comes around. Purple sector 1, green sector 2. JK3, what's he going to do? Quick time with a 10.4. Here we go. That is a big 10.4. From the 69 of JK3, that's quick time as the mayor rolls around P2, lap number 1. Can Steve Bixler find a little more time? Here we go. Bixler green through sector 2. Not enough. Can't find the time. P2 is Klimowicz Jr. out on the racetrack. This is lap number 1. JKJ off of 4. Green. What's it mean? P4 for the 034 machine, which would be P1 in the heat race, I would think. Only going to run 1. I would doubt we run a 4 and a 3, but I don't know. And maybe Jack Clevenger, Jack isn't even supposed to be in here, is he? I can't remember. Can't remember if he's in Rebels or not. We may actually only have 6. But either way, all cars have qualified that have set foot on the track so far tonight. And we'll get ready to take a look at that starting lineup here for heat race number 1. We'll see if it's going to be 1 or 2. We do know it's going to be 8 laps. That's what we do know. It is going to be 1 heat race here. We need 1 car to grid up so we can bring up the starting grid. Come on, they know my problem now. There we go. Mason Hine going to grid off for us, and we get to take a look. Rounding out the field is the 078 of Jack Clevenger, row 3 to the outside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel to the inside, the 8 of Scott Thomason. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 69 of JK3, your quick time of John Klimowicz III. And to his inside, the 75 of the Mayor, Steve Bixler. And row 1 for your one and only heat race here for your Full Throttle Motorsports Rebel Sprint Cars. To the outside, the 89 of Mason Hine, and starting on the pole, the 034 of JKJ, John Klimowicz Jr. Let's see, has anybody rode on that coast-to-coast side in the chat? I haven't gotten to really look at it. Oh, thanks, Ron. Dude, I do a 3-man show actually it's starting up this Sunday again, the NASCAR nights, but then on Friday nights as well with a company called Virtual Grip Network. And that man over there, Ryan Seneker, I'm telling you, he has been a godsend to me, brother. Ryan Seneker does so much cool stuff for me. Made me a cool little intro video, which I'll play that ad after, before we go ready to race here for the Renegades. But either way, we take a look to the sky. The green flag is high. We're about to watch the dirt fly. 8 laps to play. Heat race 1 is underway. Whoop. Klimowicz almost bit off more than he could chew there. JK3 did the wise thing, backed out of that one, lived to play another day. Now looks to the inside of the Mayor there in the 75. Steve Bixler looking to defend. He's got the outside, he's got momentum, and he's got the spot at the line. Bixler barreled down. He was quick in qualifying as well. So you can't count out the Mayor. That's the tough thing here with the invert. And, well, not a lot of cars here either. So the racetrack going to be pretty quick here for a while. You see just a little bit of shine developing on the entry to 1. And Mason Hine, the man out of Pennsylvania, trying to work the top shelf here, tugging at the string of the 034, but he's running out of time. 2 laps to go this time by for your leader, John Klimowicz Jr. Maverick Seidel running P5 right now. You don't want to do anything too crazy here. Oh, especially if the guys in front do it for you. JK3 and Steve Bixler, they get to meet each other up close and personal, but Junior crosses the line. He takes the checkered flag. Mason Hine, Seidel, Thomason, Klimowicz, and Jack Clevenger. Steve Bixler crossed before Jack Clevenger, according to my SDK. But we'll see. Who knows? That could be different. Stick around. FTM Rebel Sprint Car A-Main coming up next.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
You're tuned in. Shaggy TV with pressure talks and mistakes screen. From flag to flag, no filter clean. Truth in the call, uncut, unseen. If you live for speed, yeah, you already see. Race night hits harder on Shaggy TV.
Oh no, Maverick Seidel outside wall. Oh, trying to ruin my camera, DJ. You promised me to be safe. Beating and banging him.
No polish here, no pretty disguise. Just rubber, steel, and truth in real time. When the moment hits, the signal's free. World tuned in, it's Shaggy TV.
Almost time to go play here at the I-55 Raceway. 7 cars set to take the grid. Let's see who's going to bring this one home here. Only 30 laps to play, and this thing could go awful quick here. Let's see who's up for it. Rounding out the field in the 078, Jack Clevenger, row 3 to the outside. The 75 of the mare, Steve Bixler to the inside. The 69 of JK3, John Klimowicz III. Row 2 to the outside, the 8 of Scott Thomason to the inside. The 26 of the protege, Maverick Seidel. And row 1 for tonight's Full Throttle Motorsports Rebel Sprint Car A main. To the outside, the 89 of Mason Hine, and maybe had a feature EOL, not on the pole anymore. John Klimowicz Jr., welcome to the pole. Maverick Seidel, can he take advantage of this excellent starting spot and bring this thing home? As we follow the pace car around one more time, as the drivers watch the Steve King Foundation pace car pull off, they look to the Missouri sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. 30 laps to play. Your Rebel Sprint Car A main is underway here, side by side for third. Mason Hine able to hold on to second for the moment, but he's got a car right behind him. Peeking to the inside, he says, wait, no, it's open. I'm going to duck down to the inside. He's going to try to look to Maverick Seidel. Here we go, 2 by 2. Maverick Seidel still up front. There's contact. Thomason gets run up in the outside wall. They stack up behind him. The car goes around. We continue. Steve Bixler, no. Yellow flag going to wave. And it's the mare who arguably got the worst of this. Let's see. As it'll start ahead of him, keep your eye. You could see Thomason sees the door shut and not able to get out of it in time. Junior looks to the inside. That may be JK3. Let me see here. Yeah, that was. Similar paint jobs. They throw me off. There you can see Bixler. And he does the loop-de-loop. Tries to get it to keep going straight. In fact, I don't think he ever stops. I mean, that's a good job by Steve trying to keep the race rolling, but nothing he could do. He just gets caught up in it, goes around, and well, the field's set to go 1 to green here. Lights are off. Hopefully the mare can get back out on the racetrack here. Gonna have to book it in that 75 machine. Or are the lights still on? No, there they go. Now they're doubling up. Took them a while to double up as we take a look to the sky. The green flag is high, and here comes the mare. We're back underway here at the I-55 Raceway. JK3 taking a peek there for P2. Here comes Jack Clevenger on the outside. High, wide, and handsome in that 78 machine. Going to the outer rim here of Missouri. Doing it where nobody else wants to go. I mean, he's a half a lane higher than Maverick. Oh! Mason Hine comes up a little bit. Jack thought it was open. Door slammed shut, and somehow Clevenger able to stay on the horse and not get bucked off. Boy, oh boy, that was a close call. We ride on board with Jack Clevenger. Here we go. Oh! Klimowicz shut the door. Clevenger had to lift, come out of it. Now that opens the door for Thomason. Can Scott work on by? He does. Scott Thomason taking advantage of that hard race and moves himself up inside the top 4. As Mason Hine continuing to take peeks on the bottom. But here comes JK3. Welcome to P2. John Klimowicz III on a mission, and he is quick right now. Klimowicz right in the tire tracks of Seidel, but Seidel pulls away big time there off at 2. He was quick. He found the speed boost there. Nobody else sees those 3 green little arrows, but man, Maverick is finding him off at 2. And maybe Klimowicz found him there as well. Reeled him back in, got the gap back down to under 3/10. And now Klimowicz says, I gotcha. Figured out what you were doing. He creeps out of the shadows, takes a peek low. Now he swings down on the bottom. Seidel eating the concrete on the outside. Maverick Seidel loses the lead, 1st to 5th in a blink of an eye. JK3 leads the way. Klimowicz out front by a country mile as a side-by-side wages behind. Thomason on the outside, Hine on the bottom. The PA man's got him at the line, but how long can he hold him off? Thomason on the outside, he is cooking. And look at all that dirt the 8's throwing up. He is on the slip and slide, really fighting a loose race car. And Maverick Seidel taking advantage, slide job. Parks it up in front of the 8. Thomason looking to do it back, can't do it, tightens up. Seidel back to P3. Maverick's got a long green left flag run. It's looking like ahead of him. Does he have time to get his rhythm back together and run down this 89? He's got 11 laps to do it. Mason Hine stalling out right now. The gap's staying about the same between him and Klimowicz. They're both working the inside, and Hine gets a little bit loose there coming off of 4. Maverick Seidel. Oh my God, he's saying, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here comes the 26 machine. Maverick Seidel, he is ready to go. Got the gun loaded here. Just got to pull the trigger. He peeks on the outside. Here we go. Mason leaves him a lane. Maverick Seidel to the outside, clips the wall. Hine clips the inside, able to wrestle it back down and hold on to 3rd. But boy, oh boy, wild ride there for the 89, and we got a side-by-side behind. Clevenger continuing to take peeks here on the bottom. Slides up in front of Thomason. Thomason crosses back underneath. He's stuck on the bottom. Clevenger on the outside. Jack gets it done. Maverick Seidel running out of time here. He's cut the gap down to 8/10, but he's only got 5 more trips around the sun. Make it 4 this time by Klimowicz. Out front, and he is feeling it. Let's see what we got here if we take a peek off the back. 3 laps to go. Here comes Seidel. I just don't know if it's going to be enough time, and quite frankly, I don't think there is. 2 laps to play. JK3 leads the way. Into 3. Rolls the bottom off of 4. White flag waves. 1 lap to play. Seidel inching closer, but he's not close enough. Klimowicz nurses the bottom, gets down on his knees. He grabs himself a checkered flag. Here in Missouri, JK3, Maverick Seidel And Mason Hine, your podium. Jack Clevenger and John Klimowicz Jr. round out the top 5. Let's see what we got here. See if we can't get a word with the driver of the 89 when I hop over to correct Discord. And there we go. Got the P3 finisher here in the 89, Mason Hine. I mean, at the end of the day, maybe not where you wanted. You were holding on to P2 there for quite some time, but a podium, that's a hell of a job, man. How are we feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. Car just seemed really tight there. So, off exit, super tight. I hit the wall a couple times. That's why I was afraid to go up top and try that line. I had some wheel damage. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to stick it to the bottom, and if they pass me, they pass me. So I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it honestly seemed like, it was towards the end of that race. I mean, you could put the car almost wherever you felt the most comfortable. Is that what you felt around you and saw in front of you? I mean, it didn't really look like guys were mirroring each other at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think Maverick finished behind me or in front of me. But, yeah, he started moving up, and I was going to try that. And then I think there was an opportunity to maybe slide him there, and I hit the inside wall. And then after that, my car just had some wheel damage, and it was really, really tight. So I just kind of babied it around the bottom and hoped for the best. And then I tried the middle there and a little bit at the end, and it just didn't seem right. So I went back to the bottom and just felt better.
Well, hey, it's all about running where you're comfortable, especially when you're able to do that and finish on the podium. So hell of a job, Mason. Congratulations. Who we want to thank?
I would thank you for putting this on, C2C for giving us a place to race, Grand Slam Graphics, and then my buddy over at Justified Motorsports.
Well, hey, hell of a job, Mason. Congratulations, and good luck if you choose to run here in the Renegades. We'll be rooting for you, brother.
Appreciate it, Jack. Thanks, man.
Mason Hine bringing home P3, and now we get to bring up the man who brought home P2, and well, I'll just ask you, how hard you kicking yourself, brother, because that thing was a rocket ship at the end.
This thing was out of control. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to sting a little bit, though, knowing the pace you had, out front. And, I mean, you're going pretty good, but, man, that wall can grab you, slows you down. I think you fell back to, maybe 6th, definitely 5th. I know you're at least back at the back end of the top 5 and somehow able to race your way up into P2. How were you able to do it if the car was out of control?
Well, we had some really last-second decisions on setup, and I went in completely blind, starting on P1, and all I could do was just give it a whirl like Earl, and she stuck somehow.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, getting into that outside wall, it could have really messed this thing up, and put you on the shelf there, possibly outside of the top 5, but you're able to nurse this thing back around for not only a good finish, but a P2. Hell of a job, Maverick. Congratulations. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yep, I got to thank the senior that has brought me through it all again. It's Mr. Salas. Without him, I wouldn't be here, and I know his family's watching, so shout out to all of them. Gotta thank Top Notch Trucking, Venom Racing, JRB Designs, FTM, and I think that's all of them.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. Good luck here. Are you going to go run Renegades?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Give him hell. We'll be rooting for you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
And ouch, that was the point where he got in the wall, and Well, gifted this man the spot, didn't make him work too hard for it here. John, you put a little pressure on him. He got in the outside wall, man. What a sigh of relief that must have been for you. It can be some trouble, whether you're quicker or not, to get around somebody here, man. But when they give you the present like that, you were quick this afternoon, and, man, you didn't look back. Good race. How are we feeling after the big win?
Yeah, I think I just had to get a little lucky after the start. I was actually just telling Maverick that I couple more laps, he absolutely wins this race here. I knew I had to stay away from the wall because coming out of 2, I was just bouncing off of it early, and I think I got into Maverick early just because of how slippery it is up top. But no, my dad builds all the setups, so I have to obviously give him most of the credit. He gets upset that I beat him with his own setups, but the car felt good.
Yeah, and it looked good too. I mean, what kind of well, first off, I guess I should ask you this: do you plan on going to run Renegades?
Oh yeah, absolutely, guy. I mean, coming off a win, you have to follow it up just for a maybe happenstance. I could do back to back, you know.
Now I can almost hear it in your voice, so I'm basically answering my own question. But what kind of, I guess, moxie attitude does it give you going into this race? Knowing that you were quick and like I say, you had a good showing this afternoon too in that race that I was in. So. I mean, who were you hanging out with that whole time? Was that Lacey who ran with us this afternoon? No, it wasn't Lacey.
You're thinking of my dad.
It was Junior that ran this. Okay, all right. Well, geez. Well, okay. Well, I mean, if he complains about you beating him in those setups, that thing was fast this afternoon. So that makes a lot of sense. All right. Okay. Well, those boys better hold on to their pants, man. This thing was quick, and I look forward to seeing what you can do in the Renegades. Hell of a job, John. We got anybody we want to thank?
I gotta thank I gotta thank John Clements Jr. He builds them all, but also Bloodline Sim Sports is pretty cool. My dad and I have been into racing. I mean, I started racing when I was 4 years old, but we video game racing, things like that. So it's pretty cool to have a team with just him and I enjoy coming out here and racing with him.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. And like I say, good luck in the Renegades. Give those boys hell.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
And now with that, we shut her down, load it up into the Renegades room, and we get ready to go feature racing here. 35 laps. Or not feature right away. We got a whole show, but we got 35 laps set to come up. Not too sure why the results tab decided to come back up, but we'll make that go away and stick around here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. What's going on, Gary? We got Arlen out here chiming in. Of course, Uncle Ron, as always. I don't know if the FTM boys are still hanging out or not. They may be a little too liquored up by now. We do have one of them coming out to play here, Anthony Morano. Not very often you look into a coast-to-coast feature and there's one FTM driver. That's been a while. Gonna have to hold the flag. And right now the teddy bear is holding the flag. He's at the top in the 09. We'll have to see if that translates to qualifying, as I would imagine they're going to get ready to roll here soon. I made me some... Well, I reheated my tea, so it was already made, but I'm going to get some tea on these pipes. I'm going to mute up for like a minute here. If they go qualifying, I will clip around, you know, we'll watch qualifying, but I may be quiet here for a minute or two. I'm not sure. There we go. I saw John Short join. So we're waiting on Shorty there. He'll be our 16th driver. Which I'm already not going to get my hopes up here. That being a 16, I know exactly what we're going to do. We are going to have a 6, 5, and a 5, which for the heat races, which, hey, Not so flattering, I don't think. But to each their own. And, well, the teddy bear, going to go out here and give the racetrack a squeeze here. He's going to be the first guy out for lap number 1. Ted York rolling into 3. It's a little sideways, but not too bad. Purple sector 2, but that goes away to the Pink Panther. Now Jack Hitt, ooh, purple. Quick time for the gentleman in the 217. Jack Hitt, can he go even quicker the second time around? Not gonna do it. Yellow, but still quick time for the 217 of the gentleman. Jack Hitt, ooh, Patrick Spangler, the high side banger. Here comes the 39 machine across the line. Patrick Spangler, he wanted that extra horsepower. He put Shaggy TV on it this week. Smart move there for the high side banger. And now we get John Shorty out here, set to take the green flag. This is lap number 1. Shorty rolling around. What's he got as he comes to the line? John Short, lap 1, P8. Wants a little bit more than that. Final time around the racetrack. Shorty slower through 1, slower through 2. Not going to find it. It's Maverick Seidel. What's he got after a great run in the Rebel Sprint Car race? The answer is not a whole lot. P14. Maverick Seidel. Gonna have to come from the back here. Shorty continues to put laps in. The Desert Demon not gonna put a lap in. He's your 16th driver. Oh, we got Braden Carter. What's going on, brother? I know I'm going to click. Yep. I was going to say I knew I was going to click time, and then we were going to be out of it. That 2-minute clock, it's almost internal now. No way. Yes, they did change the heat configuration. This means a lot more, I think. It just, gives a guy a chance, that if they qualified well, and not that I'm rooting for it, but if you have a bad, if you get caught up in something, it just means a whole lot more, I think. It helps other people jump further. But either way, my opinion, who cares about it? Row 4 to the outside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel to the inside, the 36 of Barry Goldner. Row 3 to the outside, the 69 of JK3 to the inside, the 034 of John Klimowicz Jr. Row 2 to the outside, your quick time in the 217, the gentleman Jack Hitt to the inside, the 39 of the high side banger, Patrick Spangler. Row 1 for heat race number 1. Winner starts on the pole for tonight's A main to the outside. The 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker, and starting on the pole, the 14 of the low line master, Brennan Lacey. So let's see. Who's going to win heat race number 1 for your JRB Designs Renegade Sprint Cars? Let's find out as we look to the sky. The green flag's high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. The high side banger inching down on the bottom, trying to work by the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. They're in a side-by-side. Patrick Spangler not going to show him the rear end yet here. Playing nice. Barker. Now he's going to have to eat some dirt here. The high side banger gets to the top shelf, and he's looking to eat. Barker on the bottom. He's got a 3-wide situation. Near Bruin behind him. Your quick time in the 217 jacket showing you how hard it is, even if you're fast, to work that thing around. Started 4th, back to 5th. The gentleman needing to improve. After a great qualifying run, Barry Goldner got squirrely. He falls to the tail end here as your leader. Brennan Lacey comes to 3 to go. Junior in the outside wall, the man who I was trying to give away credit for that excellent afternoon run. You saw him just getting the fence. Brought it back down, but man, damage done almost to the rear. As we're coming to the white flag here this time, Brennan Lacey sees a wave. 1 lap to play. Patrick close, but is he close enough? Final time through 3 and 4. The 39 peaks to the bottom, slides up the racetrack. They get close, but Brennan Lacey holds on. Patrick Spengler P2. Klimowicz the third. Barker hit. Seidel, Klimowicz Jr. And Barry Goldner rounds out the field. Starting grid for heat race number 2, your second and final heat race here of the evening on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Row 4 to the outside, the 161 of the Desert Demon, Terry Landis, to the inside, the 73 of Larry Moody. Row 3 to the outside, the 7 of Bob DeGood, to the inside, the 8 of Scott Thomason. Row 2 to the outside, the 127 of the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson, to the inside, the 09 of the Teddy Bear, Ted York. And row 1 for heat race number 2 to the outside, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man, Anthony Morano, and starting on the pole, the 51 of John Short. Not sure why those overlays decided to stack like that. Hasn't done it in, I want to say, at least a couple months, I think. But either way, we'll reload it, get it to come back. And I think I know why that happened. I guess it's because I minimized it too early. Shame on me. John Short looking to put himself in a good spot to win a Renegades feature. It's been a long time for the 51 as we look to the sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Anthony Morano up over the right rear. And to the back of the field right away. John Short going to live to play another day. The Teddy Bear, though, taking a peek down low. Here comes the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson on the outside, high and wide, and handsome in that 127. Riding the rim here through 1 and 2, looking to make it 3 wide, can't do it. The Teddy Bear slides up, doesn't give him enough room, 5 laps to go. Thomason may have the best seat in the house. Let's see what it looks like as we ride off the side here, wrong side of Scott Thomason. You can see those 3 pulling away a little bit. Ted York going to lose P2 to Jesse Atkinson, who now he's got his sights set on the 51. Here we go. 2 laps to play. Can the 127 get his way and get out front? Oh, John Short, he has a little bit of a hiccup there coming off of 2. Jesse sends it in, full slide. Short, he can't come underneath. Jesse Atkinson to the point. As the white flag waves, 1 lap to play. The Pink Panther rolls the outside through 3 and 4, sees the checkered flag wave, and he wins heat race number 2, followed by York, Thomason, DeGood, Moody, Short, Morano, and Landis. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2020.
Almost set to go play here at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55. 30 seconds until we get ready to take a look at tonight's JRB Design Renegade Sprint Car starting lineup. Okay, I have no idea why it is. What is happening? There we go. That looks a lot better. Row 8 to the outside, the 161 of the Desert Demon Terry Landis to the inside, the 36 of Barry Goldner. Row 7 to the outside, the 32 of the Ant-Man. Anthony Morano to the inside, the 034 of John Klimowicz Jr. Row 6 to the outside, the 73 of Larry Moody to the inside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel. And row 5 to the outside, the 51 of John Short to the inside, the 217 of the Gentleman Jacket. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 7 of Bob the Good to the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Parker. Row 3 to the high side, the 8 of Scott Thomason to the inside, the 69 of JK3, John Klimowicz III. Row 2 to the outside, the 09 of the Teddy Bear, Ted York to the inside, the 39 of the high side banger, Patrick Spangler. And row 1 for your JRB Renegade Sprint Car A-Main to the outside, the 127 of the Pink Panther, and starting on the pole, the 14 of Brandon Lacey. As we look to the Missouri sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Your A-Main is underway. Jesse right away trying to gather up the chickens on the outside. What can he do? Basket full of eggs. Does he have enough? Not this time. It's Brennan Lacey at the line, and the 14 continues the inch on the inside, but here comes the Pink Panther. High and wide, the 127 looking to take the lead. Does he get it this time? I don't know. Too close to call, but I can tell you what, he may get it this time. The 127, like a bat out of hell, into 3. The high side banger looking to follow. Here we go. Oh, boy. Jesse on the top, Brennan on the bottom. Here we go. Do-si-do. JK3 looking to get in the mix. Oh, my gosh. We are racing 5, 6 guys under the blanket. Let's play. Klimowicz to the inside, trying to inch a little lower than Lacey, but there's not enough air down there. Don't do it. Not worth the risk. Hang on. Grabs the binders as we roll to lap 7. Atkinson in the wall. Oh, the high side banger. He gets into him. He loses the front wing, and we're going to have a caution flag. Big pile up. Lots of cars involved. And it started with the Pink Panther getting into the outside wall. We saw it happen. You can see he's rolling through 3 and 4. Just grabs it with the right rear. Grabs it again, and it's going to turn him up towards the wall. Right front. Not going to like this here. Patrick not able to go underneath. He's got Ted York below him, and you can see Ted. He's trying to let the boys survive. He's not driving through this. Quite the contrary. He's lifting on the bottom, but there's just nowhere to go. And then the stack up ensues. Patrick Spangler, he had gotten a piece of it. John Short, he comes in there, full barrel. He gets a big hunk of it. Seidel just trying to miss it. Nowhere to go. Gets funneled right into it. And we should be coming to 2 to green or 1 to green this time by. We indeed are. We're going back underway. One little quick caution here to give the boys a fresh little reset. Lacey back to the point. And we'll see if he continues to work the inside or tries to fight for the top as the green flag waves. We are back underway. Side by side going on here for third. Barker couldn't get to the outside. Had to lift off, and here comes the Ant-Man. Remember, Anthony Morano started at the back of the field here in the 32. Up 9 spots inside the top 5. The Ant-Man looking to play today. Here we go. Lacey's got some company on the outside. Got a dance partner. Here comes JK3. John Klimowicz III, winner of your Rebel Sprint Cars, looking to go back to back. Can he do it? That's rarefied air here in Coast to Coast. Plenty of time left to go. 23 laps left in the show. This time by car in the outside wall. Couldn't tell who it was. We continue. May have been Patrick Spangler, who now rolls the middle. Let's see if it was the high side banger. What's he decide to do? He's playing nice, not going to the outside. Likes it on the bottom. Maybe it's Shorty rim riding on the outside. Somebody keeps grabbing the wall. We can hear it. Here comes the teddy bear. Give him a squeeze. Move. Oh, no! Squeezed himself into the wall. We're 3 wide. Hang on to it, teddy bear. Just had enough stuffing to hold on. John Short, welcome to the party. Here we go. Anthony Morano gets 1. Can he get 2? Not this time. Ted York slides up to the outside. Meanwhile, JK3 just inching ahead on the bottom. Remember, said he didn't want to get to that outside. Said Maverick Seidel would have got him in a couple more laps. Well, here comes the tippity top. The 09 ready to rock. Ted York in the outside 3 wide. JK3 playing nice. Here comes Anthony Morano. Like a shark smelling the blood in the water. He gets 1. Can he get 2? Slide job. Goes up the racetrack. Shorty got to get on the binders. Anthony Morano works back to the inside. Here we go. Slider one more time. We're 3 wide for P2. The teddy bear trying to put the squeeze on. He does. Anthony catches the wall. Anthony Morano goes around. Caution flag waves, and it has been a rough night here at the I-55 Raceway for Anthony Morano, who, man, thought he had it clear, thought he was up to P2. You knew Ted was going to send this. Let's see what... I'm going to rewind this just a little bit because we saw what happened there live. But we want to get on Anthony, so when I do this, there we go. Get to see what Anthony saw here. And, you know, he sees it coming and just at that point just wants to commit to the outside. Maybe thought Ted would leave him a sliver, but Ted coming up the racetrack and they just run out of room and guys racing hard for the podium. Gonna happen, but sadly, Anthony on the short side of that stick, and Ted York takes the EOL. He wanted put to the back, but man, that's not going to make Anthony feel much better as the field doubles up. We get set to get the 1 to go this time by. John Short, I'm telling you, I had a feeling. I told you it had been a while since he had won a Renegade Sprint Car A main, and I'm telling you, if he could get this thing, he is going to be super pumped. What can Shorty do here with Brennan Lacey as they look to the sky? The green flag waves. We're back underway. Good jump there by Shorty on the outside. Brennan got the tap dancing shoes on, trying to rope it on the inside. Scott Thomason looking for a 2-for-1. They are 4 wide for third. Holy Hannah! The Pink Panther, welcome back, Jesse Atkinson. Oh, boy! Look at him. Maverick Seidel was wedged in there. Here we go. Spangler to the bottom. What can Patrick Spangler do? Trying to work this thing back up towards the top 5. The high side banger doing it on the bottom. Banging down the inside concrete. How low can you go? Seidel back to the outside. He gets a big boy run. Brennan Lacey, meanwhile, trying to tug at the rope here of John Short. He's reeling him in until I say that. Little hiccup on the bottom. Loses a lot of time. Brennan Lacey got to go back to work. Such a fine line on that inside as we go up top. You can see what Lacey's working with. Does not want to get in that shine. Trying to stay down there in the dark brown. Not that black or slick looking nonsense where you see the Pink Panther just burning down the wall. Upstairs, here comes Jesse Atkinson. Jesse just trying to rim ride here, seeing what he can find here. Coming to 6 laps to go. Can John Short hang on and win this show? Shorty trying to will it. Does he have his preacher friend Blake Chapman saying a prayer at home? Who knows? He may need it. Lacey is coming. 5 to go. Shorty goes down. He's trying to flirt, trying to find something different. Battle on for third, the final podium spot. Here comes JK3. Lacey to the inside, coming to 3 laps to go. Oh, Lacey had it at the line. He takes the lead. Brennan Lacey working that inside is John Short. He clips the wall. Does Shorty run out of gas? John Short runs out of gas. 2 laps shy. As Brennan Lacey looking to come to the white flag. Will we get a caution? Do we stay green? We stay green. Brennan Lacey rope-a-dope in the inside for the final time. Through 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. Battle up for second. It's Lacey who wins. JK3 comes up across, and he gets P2. Atkinson holds on to third. And I had to rub my eyes. Anthony Morano back up to 4th. What a recovery for the 32 machine, who gets inside the top 5. The top 5 rounded out by Jeff Barker. Let's take a look at that full list results here. It's Patrick Spangler 6th, Ted York 7th, Maverick Seidel 8th, Jack Hitt 9th, and John Klimowicz Jr. rounds out the top 10. Scott Thomas and Bob DeGood, Barry Goldner, John Short, Larry Moody, and Terry Landis rounds out the field. An absolute heartbreak there for John Short, who I'm assuming ran out of petroleum-based product, and man, maybe only going to bring home a P2 as Lacey was coming quick on the bottom, but boy, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow for John Short. See if we can't get a word here with the driver of the 127, Jesse Atkinson, who right now the only guy in the waiting room is John Klimowicz III. So we'll give these guys a little bit of time here. And there is Jesse, actually, as I say that. So let's go ahead and we'll pull up the Pink Panther here. Jesse, oh, man, what eventful race. You know, you're up there running towards the front. You get involved in some extracurriculars there go to the back, and man, you drive yourself back up to P3. How are we feeling after that run?
Sure. Hoping with the Pink Panther scheme, I'd stop wrecking people, but I think it's just following me this season. But no, that honestly it wasn't ideal what I did those first few laps. I just couldn't keep myself off the wall. Then just kind of struggled there for a couple more, and caution flew. We got the high side, and that seemed to be the place to be there. And we tried to hang on to it, try to get second there, but man, I mean, what a show there with John. I tried to keep it off that wall. I couldn't. I think somebody kept reaching out to grab me. They didn't want me to have second, but we'll take third off after all that. That battle was fun, and then I know Morano was charging up the back there, so I was just like, man, I just need to get all I can get. I need to settle down. So, but of course, we never settle down. We keep going, but here we are.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were racing hard there, and it looked like you were going to be racing hard for third. Did Shorty mic up? Did he run out of fuel? Is that what happened there?
Yeah, I was wondering because I was pulling him by like a few tenths in a single lap. I was like, did he hit a wall? And all of a sudden I see him right on top of my front wing. I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, he ran out of fuel, so that was another spot that we so desperately need in this points battle here. It's getting down to the wire and it's coming close, so we'll see what we can make of everything else.
Yeah, every single point going to matter here coming down to the wire. And, man, you did a good job of gathering them back up and finishing on the bottom step of the podium. Hell of a job, Jesse. Congratulations on the P3. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yes, sir. I think Ager Esports, all the people back there. Brady Floyd for being my spotter tonight. As always, he's been with me throughout this whole season through just about every single wreck. And, so maybe he's the bad luck charm. I don't know. Got to thank Four Cloak Media for sticking with us on the car. Got to thank all you guys over at Coast to Coast for putting on these races, and you for the awesome broadcast as always.
Well, hey, hell of a job, Jesse. Congratulations. And, man, hopefully we can keep these things rolling. Only, 4 more to go. Good luck the rest of the way.
Yes, sir. Only one could hope.
Which brings me to... Man, it stinks. I am actually... Well, Adam already, I talked to him about it, I think, yesterday or today. Adam is going to cover championship night. I am not going to be here for championship night in a month. Your boy was lucky enough to get a, whatever the throat scope is called, and a colonoscopy on the same day, that Monday. So I am not going to be in any shape to run that thing, so it stinks. I'm not going to be here for championship night. But anyway, gave Brennan Lacey some time to run up in there, and well, while we give him a moment to breathe, we'll talk to the man who just seemed like we talked to you, John. Man, you go from winning the Rebels race to a hell of a run here. And, I mean, let's be honest. I like what I saw there. You're not points racing. When Lacey got on the inside of you, you played really smart, and you lost 3 or 4 spots. But you're able to get a good chunk of them back here, man, and finish P2. How are we feeling?
Good. I think I think all dirt tracks, but especially when you get into bull rings like this, like an I-55, you just gotta take the blows where you get them. You're going to know there's going to be cautions. There's going to be somebody in the wall. It's just kind of natural. So I thought Lacey ran a crazy pass on the inside. I didn't even think I left enough room for a car to fit there. But once he did, I was like, oh, he's already through. I'm not going to fight him. But no, the car felt good. It was a fun race.
Yeah, I mean, you were trying to mirror that when he got around you running that low. Man, boy, oh boy, is that tricky. How tough is it to rotate the car, and keep it up out of the slick, keep the left rear down in that good stuff? It seemed like it was tricky there towards the end.
Yeah, if you miss the entry at all coming into the corner, you might as well just slide it up to the wall and try to the outside. I think that's kind of where I lost a good bit of my positions there in the beginning. Is I try to stick to the bottom, got high one time, and then so entry means everything. Trying to keep it on the bottom. So Lacey did a great job of that, obviously.
Well, hey man, not many Rebels guys, come out even after a win and back it up with a podium. That is a hell of a job, John. Congratulations. 2 podiums here for JK3 tonight, brother. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, not a bad night. I mean, I got to thank John Klimowicz Jr. He's the one that makes all these setups. It's always a good time. Bloodline Sim Sports. JRB Designs is the one who made the car. And then I'm also going to give a special shout out to Matt Hinkle. Matt Hinkle actually spotted for me this evening, so I think that helped aid in my second place, my podium finish. So appreciate you guys putting on, and appreciate you, Shaggy.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. Hopefully we can keep the momentum rolling next week. Good luck, brother.
Yes, sir.
JK3 bringing home P2, and now we get to talk to the belle of the ball. Boy, oh boy, man. It's one of those things. Did Shorty maybe make it a little easy on you because he ran out of fuel? Maybe. But I'll tell you, this thing was coming at the end, and you took your lumps down there. You stuck with it, and you figured out a way to make it work. And last 6 or 7 laps, man, this car came to life. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, that's same car we've always ran, and it's always good once as slicker it gets. And I was a little skeptical of even taking it the way I had it there for the feature. So it was paid off in the long run, but Short definitely had the race if he didn't run out of fuel there. So he had it for sure.
Oh, I think you're being nice. I don't know, man. You were coming.
Crew chief already told him. He said, "Hey, you sure you got a fuel guy, or do you need one?" So Goldner's already chirping at him a little bit.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But hey, either way, you put yourself in that spot. And like I was talking about, I mean, if you get to him, it's a coulda, woulda, shoulda deal. But do we think about going up there and parking it on him, or do we stay down there where we were comfortable?
No, I don't leave the bottom. You know that. After all these years, it's stick to it and ride and hope. And I mean, Lord, I thought I was going to get drove by there for a bit. I was back to 4th at some point. So just kind of stuck to it, and all them smooth laps pay off for it. It's the one thing I can kind of do where I don't think a lot of guys can, is stay that consistent down there.
Yeah, man, and it's nice having that around with Blake gone. We need somebody ripping that inside. Hell of a job, low line master, bringing home the win here at the I-55 Raceway. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, big shout out to Stephen Goldner Racing, Diamond Diesel Repair, Dirt Gangster Apparel. Appreciate you coming on, and we'll see what we can do here in closing next week here.
Well, hey, hell of a run, man. Congratulations, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Brennan Lacey brings home the win, and with that, we wrap it up. We come to a close. We tell you guys so long. Have a good evening. And make sure you tune in Wednesday night for a little bit of Hometown Heroes. I'm Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV saying so long and have a good night.